and welcome to another highlights video. This one's going to be Smite World Championship Day 1, first two quarterfinals. It was a great day 1, I really enjoyed it. Recovering in the tub, ready for another day. Semi-finals coming up next.
Teams have taken their places. I can't do it alone all day. My name is Dolson. Mifflin inbound and Hazer join me for the first time this weekend. Miff, the teams are here. We've arrived. The Smite World Championship officially upon us.
It almost made me forget how washed up I am being up there with those guys. I don't know about you, Miff and Bobby, but I felt good up there.
Hazer, did you catch a slap backstage or did you avoid?
That was the most I've been touched in years, Dave.
Goodness. Paul, right. brand risk, something like that.
I mean, I think it's going to be a challenge, but I'd probably dominate anyways.
Baskin, what do you feel going up against a player like Deathwalker?
I expect to be a tough lane, but I think we'll pull out the win.
Is there anything that you would like to say to your opponent?
Good luck, have fun, enjoy the 2-0.
Baskin.
I guess good luck, have fun, I don't know.
All right, guys, go to your seats and let's head back to the desk.
Earlier, we're even having a different conversation for Silence. Baskin as well is rotated in, stun, beats, forced on zeros, and he's going for the chase. They're looking for a little bit more, and they're chasing him down, but now you've got April, and April comes in to turn that one around. 1-for-1 trade, but the first blood to the Scarabs. Now the Ferrymen forced to run away. Baskin bird form gets him distance, and it should be enough of a disengage. The Scarabs' lead continues to grow just a little bit further. Now 2,600 gold, 12 minutes in.
And again, it's not like the Styx Ferrymen love this, right? They're not hyped about it. They're not happy. Hold that thought. Sino loses that. Aegis gets
knocked up. The damage is there, and April has the chase down. Sino spawns.
Ferrymen on fire.
Or like you said, fire. Deathwalker spots this out immediately, so they know what's going on, but you've got the burst. Paul is going to be essential for this one. Deathwalker goes in. All he wants to do is disrupt. Stun onto 2. Relics on Paul, and he's looking for more damage. There's the ult. Ferrymen get themselves the fire, but can they win the fight?
No,
The
they
chase
cannot.
is going too well for the Scarabs. 2 already gone. April looking great. Baskin trying to escape, and it's what Wukong does best, but it's just not happening for him here. Triple for April on the big stage. Patient for April. This Susano has been just absolutely above right now, and maybe looking to show it. Teleports in, knock up good on the Paul, but the Aegis buys some time, and they finally shut him down. The turnaround is what they needed. Now Sino goes in, dunk is good, but you've got this field of death laid out in front of you. You have to play cautiously, have to play carefully. Sino apparently didn't get that memo, instead goes in a 2v3. Good damage. Again, playing it safe. Zero's isolated, locked down by his team, and one more kill through an alternate timeline. Great wall just to secure it, and suddenly we're looking at a much closer game. On the other side, risk to try and go for that. But with the beacon coming up, now the heat check comes through. Ferrymen are exactly where you need to be. He might have this one just absolutely covered. Silence, Deathwalker trying to get in. It's a slow walk for the Scarabs, and it looks like they're turning around. They're looking for Baskin, but Sino goes in. Zeros, and a little bit of danger in the back. Baskin opting to chase down over the wall, forces Deathwalker's lead. Now, you've just got this, distraught immediately into the backline to force April and Zeros back, and now you've got 5 with Enhanced.
A little bit more time left on this buff. They want to step forward. They want one more Phoenix if they can, but lots of ults available.
Baskin into the back, stun immediately onto E-Chrome, trying to make him uncomfortable. Aurora disrupting the front line, and Deathwalker gets knocked down to his death bed and is slowly running away. Silence taken down. Baskin doing everything he can in his power, and he's got the rest of the team to back him up and do what they need. 3 already knocked down on the Scarabs. The Ferrymen looking at the Titan, doing everything in their power to control this. Pluck onto Deathwalker, and with the damage, they have Trelly with 4 already gone. They're gonna march into the Titan room, and they're gonna take game number 1.
They're gonna play this one slow. Zeros has some burst damage. Look at these low health bars, Gore. This might not be as easy as you think. Zeros has some damage. He needs to find kills, though. He doesn't have any kills yet.
He's trying to hold it. You need something big. No defense You can root for it.
Yeah, I do feel like the Faf found limited value there. It seemed like Silence got forced onto it almost. It's the only god that was available that we've seen him play. The only god left, I should say. And it didn't really seem to find the pressure around objectives that you would expect from a Fafnir.
Goodness, what a roaring start we're off to here at the Smite World Championships in Season 10.
Gets you out of trouble like we just saw, but hey, he had better damage. But now you lose the beads. Paul goes forward, just trying to poke out, right? They want to get their backs, but Sino blinks.
Hey, that's the chase, but do they have the damage? Lockdown, body blocks, not quite good enough. Goes in,
Skewer.
one more shot,
There it
and
is.
there's the kill. Paul with first blood. April has to play it safe.
Beads are gone, and worst of all, you gave Paul set
no.
a first blood, and look what he can do with it.
Paul just does everything he needs. This is a signature pick for a reason. 2-0 start, Trelly.
The auto attacks will chunk, but it's that burst and it's that turret. There are two things that can come into play. Beads here from Echrome, but Sino wants to go in.
Up down for Cyclone Spin, chasing with Echrome is Sino, but he takes a lot of damage. April separates the fight, but he's in a 1v2. You gotta play it carefully. Gets the kill he's looking for, but he loses his life for it. Baskin with a massive rotation. Teleport down, gets to the back lane, kills
for
off
tier 2.
Echrome. Wash around the fight. Now around the objective, we might have a different conversation. Deathwalker plucked back, and Baskin runs in to control him one last time. Slows are good, but they don't really have the damage follow-up. Their carries have fallen back. The front line finally has Sino for some assistance, and they're burning that health bar slowly. Deathwalker taken down by Cyclone Spin, and now the re-engaged Sino chasing down with the help of Baskin. Silence locked out of his life and taken down easily. Has bat out of hell. A little bit of an opening, falls back immediately, and that is the concession. Fire Giant, 21 minutes in.
5v2, they might go in here.
Marching
They
already,
do.
he's shown himself. Back is there. You've got the 3v5. Deathwalker leaps forward, has to make a defense, or the tournament could be over here. Falls back to the fountain and has the healing. The Ferrymen, maybe a little bit of a vibe check here, Trelly. Have to fall back. They leash the Titan. Now you gotta get away with this murder. Deathwalker with a teleport, goes around, looking for the slow, has Sino locked up where he needs him, gets the kill that's necessary to turn this one around. Ferryman scattering to the winds as Cyclone locked down, knock up, good, but you can't save the backliner. Deathwalker with the play to turn this one on its head.
Basket needs to get out of here, but he can't find it. Echrome picks up the kill as well. The Styx Ferrymen have bit off more than they can chew.
Zeros, I should say, if Aurora had any backup, this might be a lot of pressure. He's waiting for Paul, who's looping around. Looking for the mid laner, goes in, instead finds Echrome, forces out the Aegis. No beads just yet for the carry, no ult to work with. Echrome has to fall back. You've got Baskin, you've got Cyclone, you've got kills, exactly where you need them. Zeros, Echrome, backline already off the board. April in no man's land. Osiris on the left side of the world, and the Ferrymen outside of Sino, marching straight down mid, keeping at least one in action. Sino making sure there won't be enough to defend. The Titan is in danger, and so is Silence. You got the frontliners doing the best they can, but the damage check, it's still there. Trelly, Paul, low, Scarabs, life on the line. April already gone now. You've got to make another miracle happen.
Deathwalker's not dying.
Doing what he can. No one can take him down. He's got 4. He's got 5 surrounding him. Finally, they go through. They kill the Osiris. They march into this Titan room, and the Ferrymen are going to do what they've been doing all year. They're going to keep on winning and take the set 2-0.
Look at those low health bars scored, low margins, but the Ferrymen do not care. They have the damage, they have the Titan, and they have the calc.
Enjoy the 2-0.
It's coming. He's in no man's land. He quickly gets back in time, but just did not have the damage, right? He saw Silence hit so much CC.
I feel like he's kind of done me in there, though. I said it's not a Sino pick, it's not a hyper carry pick, and then he builds breastplate, second item. He finishes it before his Doom Orb. He makes things work the way he wants them to work, whether the kits are intended for that or not.
There's 2 great teams here, but only one of you can make it to the semifinals tomorrow. Coast, is there anything you'd like to say to Zapman before we get into game 1?
Obviously, good luck, Steve. I have a lot of respect for you, but I hope you get real comfy in that tower because I'm going to be pushing you in there all the time. So get comfy, man. Get comfy.
Zapman, anything to say in return?
I would say he reminds me a lot of myself when I was younger, you know, so I wish him the best of luck, and we'll see what happens.
We'll kind of have to see
exactly what Dardes decides to go to, but I think they're right to highlight saying that Dardes really does just love base Morgan style play. Not very often that he's looking for those ideal transformations.
Zapman is low, 100 HP. Banner is down. Coast puts him down. He says, "You're gonna sit in the you suck, baby. Let's go."
Leaps to really be able to pull from that Awilish, so not a whole lot of threat in that way. Group up around mid. Lazarus half health. Scream jumps over the wall back to safety, and Venenu up into the house. Get some damage onto Dardes. Dardes is feeling a little bit low, but he goes right back in. Transforms to the Bologna. Picked up in the sky. Weather step is not enough. And Scream goes down. The group up from the Jade Dragons saves. Dragons have the Pyromancer. We'll go for the Gold Fury, but maybe the Dragons make the faster call and go towards Fire Giant. The Ravens only have Hurry here, and Hurry's not going to be there much longer. Killing spree for Vaporous Coast. Haddix and Venenu on the way. It's only going to be these two to defend the Fire Giant, and I don't think the Highland Ravens are even going to step up to defend. The Jade Dragons get Pyro, 2 kills, and a Fire Giant.
It's an all-in initiation style defense. Keep your eyes on Zapman. That rocket could be a difference maker.
Dragons might just like to play this one a bit slower. Still 20 seconds, never mind. Nika hits the gas pedal, goes right into the Phoenix line, thrown back into the hands of the entirety of the Ravens. And Nika is down to a quarter HP. He's got to try and walk through the door, but he can't. The towers are still up, the Phoenixes are still there, and Coast goes down instead. Zapman puts him away, and Mike walks up to distract and bail out the rest of his squad, but it's 2 more down. Now it's the Highland Ravens with full advantage. Towards bought his team a bit of time, but the Ravens and Zapman specifically are doing so much damage to these towers. Again, he only needs a few seconds, but Dardes just tries to make the hero play himself. Dive to the back line. Zapman is just going to get bullied out by the Dragons. So Scream. Lastbro's going to chase them. The 1v1 will go down with Coast coming out on top. And now it's Nika zoning away too. Venenu low, but Haddix takes out Dardes on the wild. 3 versus 2 to the pack. The alternate timeline is good, but how much can it buy for Venenu? He gets stunned out of his jump, and Mike punishes him for it. Hurrywin places the runic bomb for safety, but there's nowhere left for him to go. Haddix can't fight against all 4. It's the kid who knocks him down.
Minions are, and that's the case. Just too slow to get there. Meanwhile, Fire's low.
Down to 10% health. Mike's gonna try and steal it. Can't do so. The Highland Ravens get the Fire Giant. It's Haddix in the backline, trying to zone away the damage deals. But Nika is gonna do just the same in the Highland Ravens backline. Remember, now there's no timeline available to the Ravens mid laner, so the Ravens, they'll get the enhanced Fire Giant, and they're gonna bail out as quick as they can. Lespra walks too far forward, eats poke from both Ben and Zapman. Zapman at half HP. And then it was all she wrote for the Dragons. Hurrywin's gonna try and get it done. Pull onto Nika. 40% of his health gone in the blink of an eye, but Zapman can't get any damage on the bird. Instead, it's all damage over towards Haddix instead. He's got the teleport to come back. The Dragons are giving up their defense. They had a great one on the bird, but now just giving it up. Ultimate from Coast gets some good damage. Lastbro tries to snake around the backside, gets the blink, gets the ultimate, but doesn't get enough damage in response. And it's the Highland Ravens who will back away, because look at how low everybody is. And why is Zapman so far back by himself? That's 2 now for the Jade Dragons. It's Scream, Ven, and Hurry all on the run, but I don't think they can escape. Venenu is going to try and stop Dardes, but Venenu's got nothing left in the tank. He'll jump away, but Mike is going to chase him right down. Astrolabe gets the kill. Scream caught out of the jungle. Mike going to stand there as the brick wall for the Jade Dragons.
Fire Giant Sobek, it's scary, but does it stop all the Jade Dragons scary? I don't think so.
We're gonna see at least defense on the top side for Lazbra and 4 commit for the Jade Dragons on the push. Hurrywin in the lurk in the waters, gets some damage, but he's not gonna get enough. Dardes stuns him out, and the Jade Dragons will take game number 1.
Talk about a wild back and forth battle. Sieges go one way or the other. Either team approaches a bird. It seems like it just doesn't work, and eventually the game goes long enough. The Jade Dragons find such a clean team fight.
I would say he reminds me a lot of myself when I was younger, you know, so.
Hard to deal with. Only 1 death onto the Osiris, and it was on that int.
That's exactly it. We were talking about how do they kill this Osiris. The only time they managed to kill him was when he jumped in between Phoenixes and was stuck there like a lemon trying to open the door with no Phoenixes down. Couldn't get out of there, eventually falls. But I do think that was a real issue. Something that we've seen from other teams is perhaps the Baba Yaga skip out on that cloak and go more damage.
Happen this early on. Both teams struggling to find easy targets. Hurry. I think he found his. A Porsche Coast set flying.
He just only got his beads up now. And on landing, Zapman's got a lot of damage, and with Hurrywin nearby.
On crit, so objective burns relatively low. Baba Yaga, this is not her MO. We, for the most part, just see Baba Yagas go for poke in situations like this. Fire, HP's not moving.
No crit available for Zapman. He's just chipping away at it slowly. Nika back at full HP, trying to get inside of the pit. Lasbra looping around because Venenu's starting to fall low. That's a juicy target for Lasbra. He goes to the backward branch. Jousts, but Venenu's got a house of his own. The Highland Ravens get the Fire Giant, and Lasbra's got nothing left in the tank. He used everything to get to the fight and nothing to save for it. And with it, the Highland Ravens can charge forward. It's Haddix finding a Big Eagles rally to zone the Dragons away. The Ravens get a bit of wind under their sails. Objective, if you're not here, Highland Ravens at Pyromancer. Pull down to half. Pluck on Nika is good, but Zapman stunned in the back line. Pyromancer reset. Eagles rally in by Haddix, and it's Scream on top of Lasbra. The fight has been split into 4v1 each way. Nika half HP. House out of Venenu, just throwing damage, throwing out as much as they can. But Dardas and Nika stacked up, and Nika's been thrown back, but Hurry's too far forward. Even with all the help, it's still not enough damage. The Highland Ravens, they're the ones who got to back away now.
Slap, but even looking at it, who did it there? EI Jutsu from Vaporish Coast. Can you trust Coast to dash on Scream every time? I don't think so.
That's not ideal, man. Sending your Hunter to use his only mobility to pull beads. Maybe it can work out. Scream gone. Vaporish Coast gets one, and now Haddix the next on the chopping block. Nika takes him down. Have the Highland Ravens just step too far forward. It's now going to be 3 versus 5 on defense. Venenu running back. Zapman 5, and it's an Aegis gone, and a Beats ultimate as well. No resources left defensively for Venenu.
40 seconds left on nearest respawn. Jade Dragons, 5 damage to play with. Ven in particular needs to be dealt with.
30 seconds on Scream. Phoenix is down. 5 versus 3. The Jade Dragons are walking into the throne room, but the damage from Venenu is starting to stack up. The Dragons have got to commit everything here, and if they do so, they'll send the Highland Ravens packing, but there's still just enough from the defense of the Highland Ravens to keep the Dragons back.
Vaporish Coast pushing down the center. We hit the rewind here. They've done it.
That's it. That's it. The Jade Dragons just have enough to be able to get in there. It seems the minions were just enough to hold things back. They've got the wave to help them out. The Jade Dragons take it.
Congratulations to the Jade Dragons. One misstep from Scream on the center of the map. One kiss from Mike opens up.
So many times over the course of the regular season, we've seen this battle between those two teams. We can actually look back at the siege for the Jade Dragons. Apologies for what had happened through, but it is just Coast just literally standing his ground, just throwing auto after auto at the Titan. Everybody goes down, but there's just enough minions from the wave. Coast playing aggressive as per usual.
Teams have things they want to clean up from game number 1.
Absolutely, and one thing that's catching my eye straight away there, Vaporish Coast, 50,000 damage. Zapman, 19,000 damage. Where is that Zap passive? This is the 3 time up against Coast, new ball on the block. And Coast, I mean, I think we could say that he got the better end of that one.
Final of the day. Still Dolson. Frog joins me now. Inbound and Hazer still here with me. You guys will be with me for a little while. Hazer, you and I are going to be on opposite sides of this desk all weekend long.